Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Jordan's vlog, and there he is popping up. All right, this is his second vlog, and again, we run into a little problem if he gets excited. He rushes through his lifts a little, but the thing is, he is getting strong quicker than I can up his training maxes. So as you guys see on his squat and deadlift day, these are supposed to be 3+ at 90% training max. He got 11 reps on both. Now his benching, he got 5, and he's always like, well, my benching is slower. It's like, no, your bench was a little ahead of your squat and deadlift, so it's not progressing as fast. But, you know, he's just flying along here. So, you know, what does his squat work look like? You know, would kind of be the real question here. Well, his squat day, pretty straightforward. We do squats. We do 5 sets of 10 back off work. He does some split squats, and then we do pull-ups. Now, I'm going to make a note that we did need to switch to chin-ups this week. We noticed on the bench day, he's like, it kind of hurts my wrists and stuff a little bit. He has an injury to where he had to have it repaired, and there's some screws and stuff in there. Now, he had a good surgeon and everything. They found a great one, from a major break. So it's not a concern of it coming loose, but it gets a little inflamed around the screws, he noticed on the pull-ups. So I'm like, well, let's try chin-ups. Right, he's good at the pull-ups, it's just that it's a problem. So we switched to chin-ups, and it went away. And I'm like, well, great. Look, if we can do the chins instead, then do chin-ups. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Now, I don't know if we got the split squats on camera this week, because I pulled all his footage and threw it in here. But now that I think about it, I guess we'll see if it's in there. I don't know if we got the split squats on camera. But this was noted last time, and a few people noted that. Some other coaches noted, hey, yeah, he's rushing through these squats. It's like he needs to take his time, get a deep breath. You know, part of it's because they're so light, because, I've got to keep raising his training maxes up. Right? I've got to keep raising them because he's just flying through them. But again, explosive guy, high energy. Again, he's got a sports background. He is an athlete. And it matters in that context. And again, something I always point out to people, they're always like, well, am I behind if I didn't start lifting weights when you're younger? Not necessarily if you didn't start lifting weights. If you didn't play sports of any type, you didn't do something athletic. It could have been martial arts. It could have just been being really, really active. Or it could have been playing in a sport like he did. It will matter when you guys get to 19, 20, 21. And it's because people who have a higher body awareness, higher neuromuscular efficiency, all these things from doing all these activities, they're just in a better position to build from. Now, the other thing I'm going to point out, and I've told Jordan this has come up when he hops in live streams, he has good genetics, right? He's above average. Because look how fast he is, look how explosive he is, look how quickly he adapts to training, okay? He's going to be super strong. It's going to be a question of how much body weight he is. Like I saw one of the other coaches said, this kid will deadlift 700 and bench 400 one day. Well, maybe not, because he may not be willing to gain enough body weight to do that because he wants to stay athletic. He wants to continue to do sports and like men's league sports and other amateur sports, through his early adulthood. So because of that, he may not hit those numbers. Okay, so it's going to be contingent upon, how heavy he's willing to get. He may not be willing to go up to 220 pounds, 230 pounds. Okay, but were I to assess someone this early on and look at their overall potential, yeah, he's well above average. Is this a lifter who, if he's willing to gain the muscle and weight, could eventually, long-term, be at that kind of strength level? Yeah, probably so. And again, it's always nice to work with these a little more genetically gifted people, and it is, and I enjoy that as a coach. But the thing that we have to remember, look how many guys I have who aren't genetic freaks. That's always going to be the majority of your clients. Now, as a strength coach, I'm more likely to get them. I'm more likely to get them as a serious strength coach with really serious goals. So, but what does his bench press days look like? Well, we bench. It's the same pattern. We do some chin-ups or pull-ups. We usually do some dumbbell pressing, right? Do some flat dumbbell pressing, about 3 sets. And then I have him do a bunch of band press downs. Now, there's a difference there. A lot of times people say, well, some of your lifters do free weights for triceps. Why do some of the guys like this do all those press downs? Okay, very simple. Elbow health. Elbow health. He's getting tricep work from the other stuff. Not like he's not getting tricep work from the pressing. But what do those bands bring? Right? I'm building his tendons up. Hypertrophying the tendons around the elbow. So why does that matter? He's very explosive. Okay, this is a genetically very explosive lifter. His bench will go up real quick. His strength's going to go up real quick. Okay, this is the sort of lifter who we're worried about injuring those sort of things because he'll get explosive fast. He's already explosive. And he's talking about we're going to work plyos in soon. It's, yeah, a little bit at a time. We've started working conditioning in. Like we're building a strength base and we added a little conditioning. As the strength base goes up, we'll add some plyometrics in, one step at a time. As we continue to build his base up, we don't want to add too much at once. Okay, we worry about that stuff. That's why I need to build his low back. That's why I need to build his hamstrings. All right, deadlifting, we ran into the same sort of situation though, didn't we? What we run into 11 reps. All right, he got 11 reps at 90% training max. That's not even close to 90%. And keeping in mind, I've got his training max at 290. Got his training max at 290. I'm going to have to bump that way up. I'm going to bump it way up because he's blowing through it. He's blowing through it so fast that's what we're going to have to do. So what is his deadlift day? Deadlift days are very, very straightforward for him. And we didn't get the good morning footage. He's going to do it later, and I wanted to get his vlog done while I had time. So I just extended the last set of deadlifts out so it runs a little longer. But on deadlift day, what do? Do a 5-3 1 set. And I like a lot of that for base building. Some of my stronger guys, we pull that away and we go over to singles and lower rep work and stuff for our main work. But then we'll still do all this back off work. For him, we do that. We do 5x10 back off deadlifts, and then I have him do good mornings afterwards. Again, I want that extra good morning work in. I want to make sure his hamstrings are strong. He doesn't have access to a GHD or anything. So we need that good morning work to get a stretch reflex on his hamstrings. I want to build those hamstrings up. I want to protect them. He jumps. He's an athlete. Okay. Guys like him are very prone to hamstring tears, and they're prone to them on jumping, they're prone to them on sprinting, they're prone to them on deadlifting. You build the hamstrings up, and this goes away. And that's true for me. I have pulled hamstrings deadlifting if I didn't do any extra hamstring work. Like I have to do it. I can't just deadlift. I get strong as hell just deadlifting. I'm injury prone in the hamstrings. So you take guys like this who are more explosive than me. Okay. It's a risk even jumping, so we've got to build those up. So they didn't get on film, but we do them. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.